into this world, there should be joy and happiness. When a mother looks into her baby's eyes, she sees a world of possibility. A future life, a mother's dream is so divine. Sending a real love to the sky. World, don't you ever make my baby cry.
New beginnings. I mean, I guess this is a way of healing, a healing process today.
It's about the same. I'm not going to sit here and say that after 7 years, I was able to move on or get better. It's a struggle every day.
Because I'm his mother. That's my only child. That's my only son. And I'm never going to see him again.
My name is Sharon Kelly. I'm the mother of Jermaine Kelly, who was murdered on October the 7th, 2003, street that we lived on. He went to visit his aunt, and he was shot in the back by a young man by the name of David Bilal Williams. Shot him 7 times. First bullet paralyzed my son. He emptied the gun. Last bullet to the head. He thought my son was there to visit a young lady that he was interested in, not knowing that that was his cousin that he was going to visit. My world came to an end that day. These fabulous women, and I hate to say it, but because of my son's death. And I mean, that's how it happened. These women that I would have never met. I mean, I can't imagine a reason that our paths would have crossed.
Because this is not a NEWARK problem. This is a national and it's even an international problem.
People have to overcome their fear, have to overcome their apathy, have to step out. If nobody steps out, then nothing is going to happen.
For me, I haven't grieved yet. I'm in the process. I had never had the opportunity to grieve. Have somebody said, I'm sorry. Says somebody tell me, I understand what you're going through. When they ask you that you want to do this documentary with us, you know, and talk about the death of your son, talk about the circumstances and why you had to leave the area. How did you feel about it? I mean, a lot of people say, no, I don't want to do that because I'm not grieving yet or I don't feel up to. So.
Well, at first I didn't, because it's kind of hard. It's still emotional for me to talk about my child, even though it's been 7 years. But then I think about the way he died, the justice he got, and I feel like if I talk, maybe certain things will change.
My name is Michelle Monique Meacham. My story is, I got the knock on the door, December 7th, actually December 7th, 8th. My son's name was Darrell Everett Evans. He was known by Brick City, aka Newark, New Jersey, as Creep, which I hate that name, but Creep was, okay, Creep, aka my son Darrell Everett Evans. He was 33 years old when his life was suddenly taken from him. He was a comedian. He was a Crip, you know, but that's not the reason why he was murdered. The day that happened, the day my son was murdered, is the day my life changed.
Here in our city, because the unfortunate part, or the fortunate part, is that we're the only ones that's going to be able to make a difference.
That's right.
I don't want to keep pointing fingers at people. I just want to do. I don't care where you are or where you were yesterday. Where are we and what are we going to do as of today?
And what is the name of your son?
His name was Keith Winfred Calhoun Jr. Where my son lived, where we all lived, we lived on the 2nd floor. We got good memories because my kids grew up, they used to play in the back. We used to have cookouts. Everybody, the neighbors would sit on our porch, or we vice versa, sit on their porches. You're supposed to say anything. You're supposed to, like, be quiet. Like, when we had the police protection, some people came up to me and was like, you're making our neighborhood hot because you had the police out here. I said, well, if you're going to protect my family, I have them leave and you can protect them. He's there. The kids were together because Keith wasn't here but for 2 years. He was staying in Perth Amboy with my brother. But then he wanted to come back and be with his brothers and go to school here. So we had a lot of memories with Keith. We had Thanksgiving together. He hid in the trunk of the car because we were looking for him, but he's in the trunk of the car because he's that kind of jokester. He done took the turkey and got it in the car with the turkey. So, I mean, Keithy was a jokester. He always had his friends at my house. His friends became my children. Keith was outside on August 17th. Everybody in the neighborhood were having a water fight. It was a hot night, so all the kids in the neighborhood, even though it was late, were out there playing. And a lady walked past by the name of Angie. The kids were, throwing the water balloons, and one accidentally hit her. She told the kids that she was going to make sure that they paid for it, and she was going to get somebody to come back. She called her nephew. He came all the way from Chatwood Avenue with a gun in his backpack. He rolled up, shook my son's hand. I can't remember. He shook his hand. My son turned to leave, and he shot him in his back.
I have a mission, and my mission is hopefully to keep other mothers by telling my story, talking to the young men and young women to tell my story. The other mothers tell their stories, that their mothers don't have to sit where we sit in that church or that mosque. Mothers in Charge was founded by Dorothy Johnson Spike. Her son was killed over a parking spot in Philadelphia. Same young man that killed her son killed the co-founder's son. These two women did not know each other. They met because of a segment they had on the news called Crime Stoppers, and Ruth Donnelly was looking for a witness for her son's murder. Come to find out that the same man that killed Dorothy's son killed Ruth's son 5 months previous. Mothers in Charge Philadelphia, they do a program, Thinking for a Change, in the Philadelphia prison system. We hire, Philadelphia chapter, hire ex-offenders to keep them, help them be employed to keep them from going back in prison. So we are around and we're trying to make a difference.
Black Lives Matter.
When a baby comes into this world, there should be joy and happiness. When a mother looks into her baby's eyes, she sees a world of possibility, a future life. A mother's dream is so divine, sending a prayer up to the sky. World, don't you ever make my baby cry. A mother's dream. When a baby comes into this world, there should be joy and happiness. When a mother is holding those little hands, she sees a world of insecurity, a future life. A mother's dream is so divine, sending a prayer up to the sky. World, don't you ever change my baby's life. A mother's dream is so divine. she knows she cannot protect